Everybody. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, are we good? Uh, 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 mm, 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 I think it's kind of loaded in now. Still lagging a bit. But it's good enough. Hello everybody. Hello, welcome to the YouTube and welcome to the Twitch and welcome to the gay side of the internet, especially on this beautiful 6th out of 12 gay month of the year. When I'm streaming it, I'm probably, unless I do a whole thing where I loop around with a year before I actually manage to get to uploading the VOD. Well, I don't think I'll be able to achieve it within a month because it's pretty, I think I'm like half a year behind, so I'm probably... So, I guess for those people, welcome to like the 12th game month of the year. Anyway, it's, I haven't played Planographer for a while, I think. It's been like a few streams at least. And I realized when it was on the main screen, main menu today, that I was getting pretty close actually. I need to, hold on, I do need to change my controls because I finally got a functioning spacebar again. Where is, hold on. I can only see, oh wait, there. Space. Is it not? There we go. Ah, I guess I just didn't know how to do the. Actually, I guess I didn't know how to do the configuring stuff. But yeah, I'm back because I'm in the northern hemisphere. You know, June is starting to get pretty hot, so I may not be live for very long in one row. Or like, I mean, the words that I mean to come out of my mouth are that streams may be a bit longer while it's warm, because I'm from the Netherlands and we're not used to anything outside of the range of 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. So this is, the world is practically ending right now. But I'll try my best to be here right now, so that everyone has a voice to everyone else in countries where it's hotter than it usually is has a voice to listen to while they are sweating on the floor. I just randomly got 4 Discord messages right when I started streaming. I don't think it's anything urgent. Anyway, I realized when it was I realized when it was on the main screen, like in the word selection on this game, that I'm starting to get closer and closer to actually finishing this world. I'm probably, like, when I finish this world, I'm probably gonna find another game to kind of sort of take the place of Planographer. I've recently anyway been trying to find a few more different games for more variety, so that, you know, I'm just kind of working in the extended of that in that sense. Oh, I forgot to turn down the light just a bit in my room. It's like it's a difficult balance, because on the one hand, if everything, like the lights in the room are too much less bright than that the lights of your screen are, then you're going to get really tired eyes really quickly, which is bad for your eyes and bad for your, you know, your energy. But also, you do want to, like, have a thing where gradually your screen starts getting a bit darker and stuff like that. So it's a whole thing. Probably don't need to be as worried about it as Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily you know, things, many things, and my brain, which is very good at turning things, literally any things, into anxiety. Regardless, I am here today playing the game. I am going to be a Jamer. I do completely forget where I ended it off last time. So, alright. Starting to get toward this tree spreader. That's not super fun. I'm not having to prepare for that already necessarily. What's it like? That's still a while away. That's also still a while away. That's still decently far, and that's not like groundbreaking. Oh, starting to get there, but that is a recipe that I probably, I don't know, it might change a bit if I can make fabric myself. But I think I do still have fabric maybe lying around here. I have 4 fabric lying around, so it might also not be very life-changing. I think I already have a water filter and an air filter. Jetpack. It's a water filter, that's an air filter, so that's... I don't need fabric for those anymore. Is there anything in building that I need it for? I don't think so, no. I've got a song in my head. I was almost gonna start singing it out loud. But then I remembered, no, the outside world, the ears will shatter. Right, so the fabric probably won't be that. It was after that. Also not that much difference. That might be interesting. That could be interesting. But that will still take a bit. So I guess in the meantime I'll just see if there's much that I can... how do I do... Did I do that? Oh! The huge amount of DPI that I'm getting right now just... Is there an... I may have checked this already, but is there a... No. It doesn't seem like there is a button to turn that DPI down, because this is very fast right now. My mouse is... This is like 2 or 3 times as sensitive as I would want to have it. And I'm not sure there's a slider for it. So that's a bit issue-matic. Ooh, 0.2 oxygen per second. Getting really low now. Oh wait, hold on. I completely forgot to actually check that I have drink and food with me. I mean, I can drink from little rivers, but I do need food with me so that I don't... yeah, I don't have any of that with me. I do need food with me so that I don't starve, because that would be unfortunate. Oh, I'm just starting to realize, because I feel very rotund and full from dinner. I just realized that that's probably because I made gnocchi, and normally we eat with 3 people, but today I we ate with the 2 of us, and we didn't actually compensate the numbers, so we ate what is normally I think it's like for 3 people, but it might even be for 4 people. We ate that with the 2 of us. So that's starting to explain why I am feeling like I could roll away right now. I feel the internal atmospheric pressure. I'm not sure if this... I completely do not have a system. I don't even consciously try to remember, because I forget about that which areas are completely, which areas I've been 15 times and which areas I've never even seen. So yeah, I don't really know where I can actually go to make sure that I have new stuff to explore. Apparently I've been here. Oh. Starting to get, as we would say in the Netherlands, penibel. August! There we go. Oh, lot chest. Okay, that's some decent stuff. Cool. Oh, ooh, ah, right. Look at those gymnastics. Can we get some of those signs that they always have in the gymnastics contests, where it's diving dancing in things where people move. When there's things where people move, they always have the little signs. Can we get some of those? Some judges. But then rig the score so that it's all actually really good, so that people are gonna think that I did that really well. Which I mean I did that. That was exactly what I was meant to do. Is what is the case actually. So that's actually really good for me. Is that, yeah. Alright. I don't know if I remember going up here. I might recognize it if I come through though. Oh, got turned around there. I do appear to have been here before. It is really exciting seeing my oxygen usage in the bottom of the screen just go down and down and down much more. That is really fun. Because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I am achieving that. I'm achieving the fact that my oxygen is going down slower and slower and slower over time. And that's something that I really like about this game, the sense of achievement. Oh, this is this is right next to my base again. So, yeah, this is where you're definitely not supposed to take a rover, but I'm doing it anyway. Cool. Don't fly away. I don't know if they have planes in this game, but you're definitely not supposed to be one. Alright. Hold on. Actually, I can check the map. If it wants to load. Yeah, it's definitely been a while since the last time. Because I think last week I didn't stream either, because it was hotter than it was today. Yeah, so I didn't... I think I didn't stream then, and then on top of that, the fact that I have just not streamed this game for the last 4 or 5 streams, it all adds up to me not remembering everything quite perfectly. And when I look at the map as well, I don't actually know really where I have not been. Because do I know where this is? Like if I go through there. No, yeah, no, this is the infinite plains that you reach at some point, so I do know that. This is like the secondary Iridium cave. Ooh. This is the sort of area where I just was. I think that's one of my buildings. Because right now I'm at the big lake here. Yeah. So this is like if I go through the cave, then I end up here. We also just came by here, so I think we went like this. Can I? Yeah, can't see my mouse on the screen. Like that. Then around like there, somewhere here. Maybe through here. And then looked around sort of through the desert, or maybe through this bit actually. Yeah, and then down, this is, I think this is where a dust waterfall is. Cascade. Is it Cascade any waterfall and anything else that is like a waterfall but not necessarily with water? Or is that a different thing again? Because either way, it's this the sand fall. I fell down the sand. I must have been sand. And then I came back through the cave. I guess. Because I know what this place is. This place is where they have another big... Like, that's really the big waterfall where I think that's the one where I thought that there was cave, that there was a cave behind the waterfall, but then there wasn't. I feel like the excess amounts of food in my stomach are making my brain slow. Yeah. This is the... I don't know if this was the waterfall where I thought there was treasure. But this is one of them. At some point I have thought that there could be treasure behind this. This is one of the waterfalls where there could have been treasure. I am curious actually. Okay, Puck's there. Very nice. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna drink something first because my bar is half empty. There we go. I am curious if there's anything up here, because this looks suspiciously much like a place where you might be supposed to walk. This is completely walkable even without a jetpack. This is walkable, so I'm curious if there is anything to achieve here in the means of the genre of loot. Cool. Not seeing anything yet. I don't know why I said cool. I don't know. I guess I just say cool. For me, cool is one of those words that you use a lot, and that has a bunch of different meanings because you use it a lot. You know what I mean? I think, like Canadians have a for that. For example, that's like one that immediately comes to my mind. I thought for a second there was a chest there, but I was looking behind it, which I'm not 100% sure that I've ever been check that out, but I may do that in a moment. But the type of words where you have types of words that gradually become more common in your vocabulary, and because of that they get more extra words or more extra meanings. I don't think... Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna check if there is anything in either of these bits of with water, and else I am gonna guess that there probably isn't much around here. That's... Oh, there is a little... It's not a cave, but it is a bit of hidden... Well, hidden... I think it's supposed to be slightly hidden. You know, video game hidden. It's not supposed to be that no one can ever find it. But if you find it, you get a nice little extra thing. Alright, I'm happy that I have the jetpack, because else I'm not sure I've been able to get out of that hole again. But I'm good, like, now. I'm good because I did have the jetpack. And then I want to check out... was it over there? I thought it was more to the right. Either way, this looks... Ooh! That's significantly deeper than I was expecting that to be. But I did see that there was a chest down there, so I'm also going to really quickly dive for that. Vlumpus. And I should probably already put some stuff in my little boxes here as well, so that I don't... Oh! Do not walk backwardsly into the lake. I think... Oh, I only brought 1 foot. That might be an issue. It's moving slightly. Will it be fine? I'm sure it'll be fine. And else it'll just be extra content. I'll follow the right wall to make sure I don't get lost in here. I think the storage crate here is the only thing to concern myself with right now. And here... Clearing up the room a little. This might be a pretty big ship, because it looked like it had like a few parts sticking out and most of it was buried in the sand. But well, that was behind the door. I thought that would allow me to deconstruct that door so that I get through, because sometimes it doesn't look like you can actually deconstruct the door. But here that was fine. I think I already have the best spacesuit. Oh. Alright. I'm reoriented. I am gonna have to be a bit sparing with my storage in a second. Oh, oxygen usage has gone down to 0.1 per second, which is nice. Yeah, I can drop some iron. Some circuit boards. That's cool, because circuit boards are always nice to have. I think those are all the circuit boards around here, but I'm not 100% sure. So I may at some point in the future come by her again and then go like, oh hey look, there's a circuit board in the ground. That's so convenient. So nice of the thoughtful person who left it here for me. Esmeralda is probably pretty nice. I guess I don't really need more seeds, because I have too many of those already. That's probably about accurate. Terra tokens. 100 Terra. I am now a billionaire. Mutagen. That's nice to have. I can get sulfur from the cave. I think I still have like a billion rocket engines lying around. But still, I feel like some of the other seeds are nice to sacrifice for that. So... And I could probably... Oh right, there's more seeds. I could get rid of those for chips. That's also seeds. And Pisteras. Alright. That's going decently well so far. This room. Oh, okay. Got the space for that. Ooh. I mean, none of this is groundbreaking. It's nice. It's a lot of stuff that would be very nice. But none of it is stuff that I'm super low on. I can also leave some more of the chips if I don't have the space. It's mainly blueprints are always things that they're called blueprints, right? Yeah, blueprint chips are always things that I would go out of my way to get back home. I could probably do with some extra osmium. So, well, I mean, I guess that's always worth more than single osmies. So that's cool. There's some more debris. I can probably get up those. Yeah, I can get up those stairs with my jetpack. Okay, these doors. I don't think I can get through these doors. There's debris behind them, so when I hover over with the deconstructor, it does say deconstruct debris, but that's not actually the doors themselves. They're trying to fool me, but they will never succeed. What could I throw away from this microchip? Is it iridium that I have a load of? I don't remember if it's iridium or uranium that I have too much of already. Hold on. I am also going to sort this. Oh, I need to eat. And I also need to drink, so I'm going to head out now and see. I don't remember the exact path. Yeah, this is still. I don't have any hydration on me, so I am gonna need to make sure to make a little dash to get out. Oh, are we? Hold. Yeah. Okay, this is the way out. I can still do a bit more exploring. I'm quickly gonna put everything in here. I think I can put everything in there without having to think about what. And then I'll go left. No, okay, that's the same one. Oh, so I was just being goofy when I was there. Okay. So I guess that's this whole thing. That was nice. I got several blueprint chips from that, like 3 or 4, which satisfies me to go home. Oh. Apparently home is with the fish. Fish is the plural of fish. It's Latin rules. IS turns into... No, hold on. Well, no, it's like... Fist turns into feast. Feast turns into face. So, fish turns into fish. But then it's written like that, but it's pronounced different. You know? Man, this must make so much sense to everybody that's listening. that is very well acquainted with Latin, because everyone is very well acquainted with Latin, because it's a very normal sort of thing for everybody to know, and it's definitely very useful, and people should definitely keep screaming at your head that you need to know Latin, because it's definitely very useful, and you're definitely going to use it at some point in your life if you're not following some kind of a course in linguistics. That's political commentary in one way or another. Well, political, more like social. I feel like it's not whatever. Either way, Latin not that important in practice. Alright, okay, two lights. That is nice. I'm gonna pin that real quick. There we go. Then I have a lot of stuff in here. It might be a good idea to start off by filing everything. Oh. Oh no. I have too much iwi. What did I call it again? Gnar, yeah. You know, one day I probably am gonna watch back at least some of this. And I may discover if there was a specific reason for me to call it Gnar. Because I'm curious. I have been curious for a while now, because I don't remember why I did that. Why I call it Gnar. Like, there's 100 things to call it that would make sense. You could call it something like Fair. Or like Ferium, or whatever is in that sort of a direction. There's 100 things that I could have called it that would have made sense to me, but I'm not sure why I called it Gnar out of all things. Oh wow, it's all, these are almost more than one whole thing now. I'm gonna need to make a whole base, a whole storage base, just for those things soon enough. Oh well, more like too soon. I don't want to need to make a whole storage base just for one single type of plant. That seems slightly tedious. Actually, well, I'm not going to do those quite yet, because I'm going to see first if I can get the lights, so that I don't get 100 different things that I need to pin on my bar. Okay, no, that's not the right thing. Mutagen and bacteria sample go in here. Oh, and explosive powder and fertilizer, which, to a certain extent, are the same. Well, I mean, fertilizer and explosive powder. The chemists will know what I mean, and likely be able to correct me as well. I'm not being exactly right. But I bet the science team is laughing right now because of that really good joke. I would like for a science team to confirm that is the case, so that people keep bullying me in the future, or stop bullying me. Oh wait, hold on, I can make osmium rods yet. Is it control? Alright. Oh, pulsar quartz. Super Ali, and where is hold on, where do I have my chips? I probably have a place for them, right? Maybe, hold on, I think I had some extra storage expansion. No, that's lava. Did I have some more up here? I'm gonna call that cheapy. And what's this one? More eggplants. Aubergines. Plub. So that's more osmium rods. Sorry, onsonso rods. Can I turn osmium rods into osmium Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could with the deconstructor. At least, I don't think you need the recipe for that. Oh! I have accidentally started to dance. How do I undance? Okay, that worked. My hand kind of like slipped on the keyboard and I pressed some keys that I wasn't meant to press and then suddenly I was dancing. I was dancing. No, hold on. Oh. Inconspicuous Schmeckenweapon department. I mean, I would never. This one's Lerma, right? Yeah, non-Tosca. I'm probably never gonna remember all of the names that these flowers have, but I can remember a few. Oh, and bacteria samples go in here. I haven't talked to there. And then the blueprint chips. Well, hold on. So I need, hold on, solar quartz. I think I remember whereabouts you would get that. Hold on. I'm guessing I have one light upgrade. So I'm gonna check really quick if it's, oh, hold on, do I have? There's an extra light burning on my keyboard, so I have pressed some kind of a button that I wasn't meant to press. Scroll, unlock? No, that's supposed to be on. Scroll lock, have I accidentally? No, that's a different button yet. Hold on. No, it was caps lock. I don't know why that didn't. Okay, crisis averted. I was just really confused for a second why there was an extra button lighting up. Okay, so sulfur. Snulfur. That's cobalt, not osmium. And silikinon. I do like that I named it that. That one, yeah. So then the lights. And then the tier 2 light, because I've got one lighting chip in there. Good. Wait, hold on. I do have one in there, right? Yeah, I did. Can I? No, I need to. I thought maybe I can kind of use that as storage, but evidently no. Now I think I need to go through here. And sort of where I came by before, that's sort of an area somewhere there is a cave that just has a bunch of quartzes. I think like 4 different colors. Actually, I need to think about getting food again, because I need to get enough food. I keep forgetting about that. Oh. Is that the butterfly dome that's colored green like that? I do like it. I like it. I was just confused for a second. Yeah, food, that's right. Because I think this is the thing that I'm supposed to take food from, at least for now. So I'm going to put food up in here and then take one with me myself. I'll top up on water just to be sure. Because it's free. Well, practically free. It's like this... yeah, it is free. I would consider it free. So... Again... I think there was a cave that had 4 different colors of quartz. So I'm gonna see if I can find that again. Because that probably, I'm guessing that also has yellow. I don't know if there's more than 4 different colors of quartz in this game. If there are, then I guess GG, but I'm gonna hope that there is only, or that at least that yellow is in that cave. Now, knowing my luck, I'm about to fall down a ravine somewhere without intending to do so. Not this one. This is, I think this is the area, yeah, that I've already discovered. So knowing my luck, I'm about to fall down a ravine somewhere, and it's going to be really marginally annoying. It's going to be a lot of a, like, it's going to be a journey to get back home, but at some point I am going to cross through the right place to get all this quartz, and I'm gonna be very happy for the most part. So I'm gonna jump down here because this must be the right place, right? Ooh. Oh, 0 oxygen usage per second. I think, I don't know if that means that I have absolutely no oxygen usage, or that it's an amount that's small enough that it runs down to 0. And it may be either way, that, you know, by the time that I would run out of oxygen right now. Ooh, alright. This is some quartz. I think I recognize it a bit. I think somewhere down here there's a... Right? No. Guess not. Oh, up here? Yeah, alright. But it may be that even if it isn't 100% 0, though I'm not seeing it going down right now, it might be that by the time that I would run out of oxygen, it would have gone down to literally 0, not just rounded to a 0. So yeah, I think this is the area where there was the caves with multiple different colors. So far seeing blue, and I'm not going to take that right now because I've already used the... Oh yeah, solar quartz. That's the one that I need for my lights. I am also going to see if there is a one with... We've had pink, blue, and yellow, so green? I think it's the other type. Just to take a few of those back as well, because I'm going to guess that I'm going to... Oh, starting to get a bit of lag. I'm going to guess that those are also... I'm also going to need some of those at some point soon. Now, oh, I'm not seeing them though. 3 here maybe. Also, my oxygen bar has gone down a slight, tiny little bit. So apparently it wasn't 100% 0, but it was near to nothing. And oh, that's green looking. So I might be on track for the green area. I might also very much not be, or it might be that it's green because there was blue water and yellow quartz. Yeah, I'm not sure there is green quartz down here, so I guess I'll just see if there's a crate actually that I can find back. Yeah, one of these. Just take everything that I can. Cool. And then I think I came from up here. Did I? Yeah, question mark. This seems familiar. Cool. Alright. And now the perilous journey that I mentioned. Nope. My nose is telling me that I'm about to sneeze. but it's not sneezing yet. I think this car steers less well at high speeds, which makes sense really, like for vehicles. You know, they don't always steer as fast as they at high speeds. Or like the turning circle is usually bigger at high speeds because else you would lose traction. So there's usually, well, I think it's usually mainly systems that make that happen. Or like train drivers would manually do that type of stuff. But I think in this case that's also making it so that when you have a faster, like when you have faster speed upgrades. Hold on, did I just see like an environment light or something there? Is there some? Oh, there is a thing here. I'm gonna try and remember that. Oh, actually, it's a pretty small sort of thing. I'll see if I can trade a few resources with this. If it's of interest at all. It doesn't seem to be. Well, I can have some fabric. But by now I've probably also unlocked the recipe for that and everything. Oh, it might have all still fit in my my storage, my car storage, but either way. So I have made it home, which is a nice thing, and I'm gonna make the light upgrade because I have everything for that now. Ooh, I have. Ooh. Oh. All right. Hold on. Actually, still need to get the upgrade from the vehicle. Now my inventory is full. I'll do that. Tier 2 lights. Now it will be even lighter, which is nice because then I don't need to worry about it sinking to the ground. Wow. Cool. Actually, I need to unpin the recipe now. Lumbus. That one. Cool. Do I have... well, just food, because so that's cool. Breathable atmosphere is... I don't know if that means that I have... Oh, the little number disappeared, so I'm guessing that means that I have... That it's completely breathable. In fact, hold on. I do want to try it out now, if I... Because in water you still can't breathe. I know, shocker. It's a thing that I didn't think about at first, but even when you have a breathable atmosphere, you aren't able to breathe underwater, so as you can see my oxygen is still going down. And then if I go back up, it replenishes again. Alright, that's very nice. So now I don't, you know, with, if there's a ship that's half on the water or something that I'm trying to loot, does that, yeah, it does normally have a floor. I was confused for a second. If I am trying to raid a ship that's half underwater or something, I can simply go underwater and I don't have to worry about eventually running out of water. Or out of air. You know what you might not know what I mean, but I know what I mean, and that's... well, not the most important in this situation, actually. I suppose, since I'm trying to explain it, me trying to understand it is not the most prudent, the most important thing. Bungish. And, right. Bungish. So, I guess I'm gonna put the other quartzes in with the pink ones. Gonna put some more flowers in their stuff. Oh, this is, yeah, it's full now. The Pastera, I can not add any more because it is completely full, and this is also completely full. Oh. Let's see if I can get some iron. Oh, the irony. Oh, the humanity. Who's Hugh? I'll... There we go. Oh, and I still have the one... Yeah, no, because... I guess I can put a little chest in front of that. Oh, yes. Beautiful. So now I can really focus on the microchips that I got. A better jetpack, that's very nice. Which is also going to make this fit. Great. I have the previous jetpack, explosive powder, and super alloy. So I can craft the hold on, no, that's so I've got the tier 3 jetpack now, which is very cool. Let's see, does it go any higher or is it just faster? I think it might just be faster. Yeah, I think it's just faster, which is nice. Next, cheap interior wall. That is nice, actually. I do like that, even though it at first for a second I thought that's not that useful, and then I thought about it and I was like, actually that is useful. Construction menu filter. Huh. I'm not sure what that is, but that sounds like it could be potentially quite useful. And super hali. Zungus bugs. Oh wow, I'm gonna need a new exoskeleton in a bit. So hides lower tiers of items. So if I move, oh, that does clean up nicely. Now I don't have 30 million machines anymore, because it only shows the tier 4 drill, not the 1, 2, and 3 as well. I like that. I mean, sometimes it can probably be annoying. Yeah, there is a toggle for that. Look at the difference. It goes from 3.5 rows to 2 rows and 1 thing. Alright, that was worth it. A flare. Where do I make that? Is that in here? Oh, also a better tree spreader. Oh. Aerial lamp. I'm not actually sure how to make a flare. No, I would have to change that out. Is it? I'm not just being blind. No, it's not just having bad, having this small brain. Is there? I'm not sure where you would make flares. Did I? Yeah, I did check this. 2 or 3 times, I think. And the tier 4 GPS satellite, which would be the last tier of GPS satellite, so I would appreciate getting that one. Just to make sure that I have that chapter, because I believe, yeah, tier 4 is just the last one in the list. I'm guessing that means that it's the last GPS satellite. So I wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. And if it would turn out that there would be one more, I would still not have, I would still not retroactively have had to have worried about it, and I wouldn't have worried about it because I, you know, oh, there's only one level. Okay. Okay. Oh, I need siliconium. Siliconium achieved. Magnesium? I think that is. Yeah. Oh. No. There we go. Alright. Microchip compass. And that's enough for the tier 4 satellite. Which is nice because then I can just stop worrying about the satellites. The GPS satellites. Look at how majestic. Beautiful. Whee! What? Bouncing in some funky ways. See, I gave it a nice angle so that it's gonna reach a perfect perfect orbit around the planet. Aren't I just the best science little scientist? Yeah. That's what I thought. I didn't hear what you said, but I'm gonna guess that it was what I thought. Alright. Now, ooh, osmium rod. I am getting close to osmium rod so that I have less storage issues with that. I don't think any of these are new right now. Oh, that's taking that's gonna take a while unless I get something new. I get a drill sometime soon. I don't know if that's gonna be soon. Maybe. I mean, I suppose I'm getting more of this stuff now. But yeah, I'm getting close to osmium rod. Fusion energy cell. But first, tree spreader. Because that's gonna spread more trees. I am actually gonna see, because I'm probably gonna replace the old ones with the new ones. Huh. That's... yeah, that's nice. The only thing that I need is to change out, or to add one tier 2 fertilizer. Hold on, how many do I have? I think I have a few out there. I think I have 2 out there, so I'm going to make 2 tier 2 fertilizer. So, well, I have one already, and I'm going to get another one. I need 1 tier 1 fertilizer. I need a squash, which I do grow. And I need some stuff from this little thing. With oxygen. Can't actually use that right now. I'd have to jump underwater to actually lose part of my oxygen and then use that thing up so that they don't clog the machine. Because I don't know if you can do much else with them. I'm actually going to do that real quick because I'm going to go down to the river anyway. I was right. It's 2 bunguses. What am I going to use? Can I not use? Okay, I can use them underwater. I am considering playing Subnautica maybe when this one is done, but I would have to warn everyone very much. Huh. Has that always been there? That just had a microchip in it. Huh. That's That's funky. But either way, I would have to warn everyone that that is going to be a very slow playthrough. If you're used to anyone else's tempo of playing Subnautica, I'm going to be almost definitely slow. There's probably somebody who does it as slow as possible, but I am probably going to be the slowest if you haven't watched anyone who's trying to do it as slow as possible. Because I'm scared by spooky things. Let's see. They are using up energy. I'm going to guess that because I think I've had issues before where tree growers just don't seem to do their work, and I'm not sure why. I'm not seeing the trees appear yet. I think that goes like slightly cartoonishly fast. Like it's not a thing where you have to wait for 3 years to actually see any changes. I think it's you gradually start to see. Oh, that's an actual meteor storm. Oh. All right, let me just get. Let me just get out of the way for this one. The bees are fine, actually. They're just chilling. The rocks are falling on my head. Alright, I guess I'm gonna decode another blue chip blueprint. Blue chip could be a funny word for it. So, vehicle storage. I can take a few meteors to the face. I think you can actually take like a few to the face in this game, which is quite funky. Okay, so that does have magnetizer quartz in, which appears to be purple. And I have seen pink quartz before, but I don't know if I've ever seen purple before. Yeah, that one may take a while still. I may not be able to do that storage upgrade, just 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm almost at the outdoor farm. Oh, that grows multiple vegetables. That's actually quite nice. I didn't even remember. I don't even know if that was a thing. Because I've played this game before. And there have been updates since the last time that I've played. So some of the things are new. I think there was something new recently-ish. I'm trying to remember what that would have been, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll probably discover when I unlock that, because I believe it was like a thing that was a bit later toward the end of a playthrough, at least probably. So I'm gonna guess that when the time comes, when I'm finally old enough to discover the secrets of this game, that I'm gonna figure out. So for now, I'll just keep considering everything that's going on right now. I think, hold on, 23 kilotons. 23 metric tons of bajungish. Alright, so I'm gonna get a heater soon. What do heaters have as a byproduct? They have pressure as a byproduct. Like, the byproduct is never very significant compared to the primary product. But it can still be nice just to know it. I'm also gonna check, because I think I have a bunch of pressure rockets already. So I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna assume that in the balancing they weren't intending for you to get a bunch more of those rockets just so that you get a bunch more pressure multiplier. I'm gonna assume that there is a thing that I might be doing wrong, and if there isn't, then I'll just have to wait a bit longer. Or maybe I'll just eventually discover the thing that I'm supposed to be discovering. So that's 8.3 kilotons. How much is that's hold on. That's 217 kilos per second in plants. So like 220 kilos a second, which means a kiloton. Well, a ton is, I think, a megagram, which is 1,000 kilograms. So in almost 5 seconds, I have a ton. So in 5,000 seconds, I would have over a kiloton. So that's pretty cool. Now, if I need from 1.7 to 8.3, so that's 6.6 kilotons. So that would be 6.6 times 5,000. Let's say 7 times 5,000. So that would be over 30,000 seconds, which would be over 500 minutes, I think. So that would still be 10 hours at this current pace. I think my brain is a bit off on that one. I hope my brain is a bit off on that one, or I'm going to have to do much more for these, for this spread of things. Do I have all? Ooh, I don't actually have this one. Allows you to send rockets to gain. Ooh, I have seen this before. I think I've used it before as well. Used to unlock new recipes and items. That would be very cool. And that seems like a that seems like a very decently doable recipe as well. So Bungush, Sisishmungush. Bungush. Alright. Hold on. I'm also gonna check how much is this. 425 energy. I have plenty. That's very nice. I think I'm gonna build that here, because it seems like I have probably enough space here. That is bigger than I thought it was gonna be, but still, it seems. That seems fine. The stairs are slightly in the ground, but who needs to walk anyway? Alright. Oh yeah, I got the 100 Terra tokens before. So that's cool. Cooking station. Smart fabric. Customizable sofa. Customizable bed. Ooh, fuses. Those are very cool. Wheat seeds, cocoa seeds, rosea tree seeds. Oh, those are good. Fish eggs, larvae. Right. My brain was like, hold on, I already have 2 tiers, and neither of those are like this. But yeah, that is actually a really nice thing. Also a wildly expensive thing, but alright. That seems to divider. So I'm gonna guess that means that it's 4 times as fast then. But I'm not quite sure. And this would be cool. Those are pretty cool things to look forward to. I don't like that you can't see what these these look like. 3x3 living. Right. Tier 2 drone. Rounded living compartment. Hologram projector. Jetpack for. Oh! Wow. Fountain and living compartment with dome. That is probably very chaotic, but also very fun. I don't know what that. If that has a practical use. Oh, there's a few of these that I can very much get rid of some. Hold on, do I? Yeah, alright, I can put stuff in there. Does it? It does also take things that don't have value, so I can't just take whatever and then like, oh yeah, what do I need again? Hold on, what's that? Yeah, high quality food. I can actually, I have a thing that makes those. So that's kind of nice. The first thing for me is probably going to be the upgraded storage, because that's that just seems like a good idea, you know, considering how I'm starting to run out of storage for several different things. That seems like the right step in this moment. Cobalt, ice. I would like that, for that to go away. I mean, what? That's definitely not a reference to real life. I would never. Okay, so I'm gonna put some high quality food. Actually, I'm just gonna check. Hold on. Actually, I need to check there anyway. That could save me a trip if I just check. Is it both the iridium and iridium? Yeah, alright. Super alloy as well. I'll check if I have any more rocket engines, because those could be nice. I'll just put those, because those are like, those are excess. I can still get the ones from the chest, and there's probably one or two new ones going to be in there. Yeah, before I actually need to eat again. So that's quite good. Super alloy rods. I won't take any of those. I have plenty of these. And plenty of these, though. Oh wow, that's more extra than I thought. Alright. I'm just gonna take some extra of these still, because that's loads. That's absolutely loads. Oh man. Am I supposed to be doing different things with those? Am I supposed to be making way more heaters or something? To make everything go way faster? Automatically launches rocket when inventory full. That seems like a good idea. Come on, launch. Is it, or do I still need to? Okay, I need to re-trigger it for a second. All right. Time taken for a round trip. Yeah, so that's 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm actually gonna make a little storage here so that I can store things. So that I don't need to walk around with this all in my inventory. But this is nice because it helps me honestly get out of some of the resources that I have way too many of, and get back some useful things for it. It hasn't said yet that I have more coke. Does it say? Yeah, it does say there. Cool. And also I can now remove this one from there. Oh. Cool. Do I have enough for more of those fusion generators? Because that could be a good idea. Honestly, I think that is probably a good idea. I think that's the right one. Yeah, that is the composition in which I need them. Because with this, that generates 1,500. So these ones I can probably take away. Yeah. Because previously I think I didn't, because you know, they do add to my energy and I couldn't really do necessarily that much else with the ingredients. But now I can be greedy and sell the ingredients. What a wordsmith. So, super alloy, explosive powder. Yeah, no, I'm gonna gradually drunk those up. Oh, I'm starting to get close to the Osmosmium Resosd, as the real pros call it. And the other two are still a ways away. Yeah, I definitely think I was a bit over the mark on my calculations for how long the heater might take. This is still gonna take a bit. Butterfly farm would be nice. This is getting ever closer, which is very nice. Because I'm gonna guess that I think those do something similar to these, but then like just with like more en masse, and also they're outside, so you don't need to have their living compartments to put them in, which is especially nice now that I don't have to do everything inside to not run out of oxygen anymore. I thought for a second that was a meteor, but that was just a particle in the air. Do I have... no, okay, I don't have any more things there that I need to... is it refilling again? It's probably waiting for this to grow. Oh yeah, I guess now that I have... or when I have the... here, that other farm, when I have that, I guess I can go and move this growth process outside, which is nice because then I can put the crafter, the bees, and the farms kind of close to each other without having to have sort of through the wall, because that's not particularly convenient. Should I wait? Hold on. 100 grams per second. So that's like 16 minutes for 1 ton, but it's 0.0. Okay, so that's... doesn't seem like it's going to be that long. Oh, there's more of these here. I'll keep those because they're not in the way. I may remove them in the future if I feel like they are taking up too much of the visual horizon. But other than that, for now I'll leave them here. Oh, hold on, wait, you know what? Sounds like kind of a fun idea to... I'll have to think about this for a second. My idea was... Oh, actually that can work. I think... hold on, I need to see. I'm guessing this is possible. Titanium, silicon. Oh wait, I went the wrong ladder. Iron, titanium, silicon, and then I want to see if I can make doors here. Yeah, because then what I want to do is take this. some titanium. I'm probably going to need to get that from here because I think there was one titanium left before. I'll just do multiple. Titanium. I need more Gnar as well. Bloom. There. And then I can even have an extra ladder. I think you can place those so that, yeah, so that they go out to the open nothingness. The cool air. There. I can get this ladder that goes up to the outdoors. Actually, that might be a little close to the edge because I want to do one more thing as well. I want to... I'll put this there. And then I'm going to put fences. I hope those align well. I haven't used them much before. But if they align well, then that would be very sweet of them. And I may just consider giving them some compliments for being such nice aligners. That's decent. How did I do that here? I don't want to make it not. Ooh, oh, now I've twisted it. Oh boy. Okay, it's not perfectly. They're not perfect aligners. Hold on, with this I can no. They're not aligned. I'm not really interested in making that perfect. I like it when it is perfect, but if it's not automatically gonna make itself easy to make perfect, then I'm not really here to make that happen. Do I have the best pack? Yeah, I do. So the reason I wanted to do that, oh, I've unlocked the Osmond rods. The reason that I wanted to do that is because now here I've got some extra sort of space, and here I've got a nice little balcony. Look, it's clever. Please think I'm clever. Either way, I'm going to get some osmium right now. And oh, I think my spaceship is back. My spaceship. Because I've got the tokens, which is not that many. I sent a decent amount of stuffs into the sky, and it's not all that many tokens. But no doubt I'll find better things to send into space. How long do I? Yeah, that's how I launch it manually. Cool. So 430. Yeah, this way it's gonna take a sec to actually get to the 5,001. I think cookies were 20. I think they take both cocoa and wheat, so that would be slightly expensive. Like, it wouldn't be a thing that I would just... Ooh, that's perfect timing. It wouldn't be a thing that I would want to get everything to make those when I can also make here this stuff. And I can especially make this stuff now, because I can just make a little extension of the platform here. I can chain it there. Perfect. I'll deconstruct deconstruct this and take this one, place it. Where is it? There. Place it over there, and then the crafter over here. Or is it? It might be better to place that here so that I can access it slightly easier. Then high quality food, and then outdoor farm, which I still need to actually get all of the right thingies for. I think I need one of those. I need a squash. There. Oh, that's where you get the flare. Light up places in different colors. That's funny. I kind of like that idea. 2 methane cartridges. Nitrogen cartridge. What am I supposed to do with nitrogen? That. Then I don't have any of those larvae left. Oh, I need to make bee larvae. Okay. Uncommon larva. Ooh. So I do still need to go and search for some uncommon larvae. I'm not a huge fan of larvae lurking, because you need to look at them, and I'm not great with insects, but I'll do my best. Hold on, are they... Is it only a limited amount of time where they actually appear outside and places and stuff? Or am I just being unlucky? Or am I just underestimating or overestimating how common they are? That's also very possible. Ugh. I'm thinking of the larvae and I'm feeling my legs start to itch. I have very, very active imagination, which means that my brain is very capable of making me feel how I would imagine it would feel if things happen that I don't like the thought of happening. And that combined with like autistic sensory overload it's sometimes not great. So I'm not a huge fan of bugs, and thinking about them isn't always great. Am I... Oh, there is a one there. Is that the type that I didn't actually... I think I needed uncommon for bees. My legs feel like there's... like they are being crawled upon, and I know that they're not, but when your own brain does that to you, sometimes you get a bit paranoid. You're like, what if they are though? Oh! I only just realized that it was raining meteors. That was a genuine surprise. Why am I doing this in the night as well? That doesn't seem like a good moment to look for larvae. And I'm gonna see here what the type of larvae that I need look like. Okay. No, I have those all in my inventory right now. my laptop is fully charged now and I need to unplug it because else the battery life is going to be very short-lived. I don't know, I guess I don't need to get all the mutagen for the bees yet. This is a slightly annoying bottle that I have right now. Because I think I told that about how my old bottles were starting to get a bit dirty. I was like, I could wash them, but I'm not 100% sure that I trust that. So now I only have one bottle left because the rest I threw away. Because they're glass bottles from like lemonade that I have repurposed. Reduce, reuse, recycle. It's not like I'm getting like specifically drinking bottles, like metal or plastic drinking bottles that are supposed to be used for a long time or anything. That I'm using just for a while, and then when you need to wash them, I throw them away. It's not like that. But yeah, I didn't necessarily trust just washing them, so I threw those out. And now I only have the one bottle left. And that bottle has a slightly annoying cap. Because normally it has those little things on it that... I don't know how to explain it. It normally has like little metal things on it. But those are slightly annoying and they fall off eventually anyway. So I was like, I'll just remove them immediately. Just take them off so that I don't have to worry about them falling off. At some point I could just throw them all away so that they don't get lost all over the room and everything. But turns out that when you take those bits off, it kind of makes some sharp points on the side of the bottle. So if you grasp it to like open it up, you get those points. I don't know if they're really gonna cut my cup, you know. I don't know if they're really gonna hurt me, but I can feel them. They feel sharp, and the bottle, like the cap, also. It's on pretty tight. Like somehow. It's, I don't know. I guess it's more difficult to get it off than to get it on. And then every time I forget to not twist it on very hard. Okay, there's a lavas that I need. But I always forget to not twist it on too hard, and then I need to untwist it, and that means that I have to, like, you know, I have to put a lot of force into that to make sure that it does. And normally that would be perfectly fine because it's not that much normally, but because I had the little sharp points on it, it's not great. So I'm having to be kind of careful with that. And for anyone who can do soul reads, will be no surprise that I am not great at being careful. I mean, like, at the same time, anyone who's good with soul reads would realize that I am always very anxious and that I overthink a lot of things. But if you're really good, you also know that the overthinking is for the wrong thing, and that the important things are always sort of pressed to the background while I'm thinking about everything that I don't need to think about. It's a whole confusing thing, and it never really ends up with me being very happy because of having done the thinking quite the right way. Why I can just put the water bottles in there, I just realized. Alright. That's great. I wish you could have water bottles like they have in this game, where the bottle just appears out of nowhere, and when you drink it, it just disappears again. Unless that means you have to eat it. Actually, I don't know if I should eat my water bottle. That seems like a bad idea. Seems I don't think I've ever done that. So, you know, first time for everything. But I'm not sure there should be a first time for this one. I'm just saying that if I would do this thing, then it would be the first time for me. Alright, I'll keep it like this. Whew. That's thinking just a little bit. Bees. I'm not great with bees, but I do like bees. Alright, so that... I think this is mainly a thing that's gonna do lore stuff. Actually, hold on, 100 Terra tokens. That could actually be quite nice. I may need to look into that a bit more. Because I think in practical use, I think this thing may have one of them. I think it's a lore thing because there's rooms. The thing that I was looking through earlier, the ship had one of these things where you could put that stuff in. Yeah, I think in one of these types of rooms they usually appear. This room doesn't have one. It is very nice not having to pay attention to my oxygen. Oh yeah, this one does have one. And I believe that makes it possible to actually read some of the messages on the computer or something. I don't remember how exactly that works. But it powers the spaceship up or something enough for a few things. So I'll check out the first one. If it's not that interesting, I may start only producing them to sell them, because they are expensive to, at least to sell. It may also be that they're very expensive to actually get the stuff for, and then I'm gonna be like, I don't want to give those things away, even if it's for a decent sum of money. Oh, that's a bit... That's... Oh no, actually I can make that fit on this thing. Got some beans and stuff in there. Does it do... It does do plants and insects. That's kind of cool. But much less than the beehive. The beehive seems pretty good actually, because it does also give honey and stuff, and it has less energy. But this one is more versatile. Oh, and a silk generator. So, open outdoor farm. This is where I plant things. I'm gonna take the bean seeds. Bungish. Growth speed 2. That's a bean. I think that's turning into a bean. Oh. Alright, I'll check on that in a bit to see how that does. Because that's probably going to be faster than these. Growth speed 1.1. And I have a feeling... I'm not sure. I slightly have a feeling... I may remember that this thing grows multiple, but I'll have to actually check once it's... once it's kind of going. But for now... Let's see about this silk generator. Because, hold on. Is that how you make fabric, maybe? Because fabric, that would make sense. Yeah. silk, and then that would be a relatively simple way to make to get Terra tokens. I'm guessing. I don't know how quick it would be or anything. Now, I think there's some silkworm larvae. Also uncommon lava. So I need them for multiple things. I may prioritize the farms over these other things. Ooh, yeah, I'm starting to see multiple sprouts of beans. Now, I don't know if the growth speed is compensated for the amount of plants. It could be that this thing grows like half as fast, but it grows 4 things. So in total it has twice as much growth speed as the other things. Either way, if it has 2 growth speed, whether that is or is not compensated for the numbers, for the number of different crops that you actually get from it, that's still very nice. It's still at least a 2 times upgrade. Unless it grows nothing, I suppose. That is hypothetically possible, that it would simply not grow anything. You know, that I suppose that could technically happen. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. Right. Should I trade these? Because hold on, they have more value than the rods actually. Huh. I mean, I am tempted to do those as well. I guess they're not mutually exclusive. I'll send a few more of the foods into space because I am currently working on a system to make that, or like on the way to make that automatic anyway. I'll keep a few with me, but I'm always prone to having a lot of buffer that I don't need. I could have a decently small buffer, and in any occasion other than somehow the power just not working for quite a while, I would be perfectly fine. But it's me, so I have to be scared about these things. So these larvae, I noticed one larva cropping up on here earlier, but I don't know if that might have been a coincidence. Oh, that's a larva, that's a common one. You know, because a lot of games have an arachnophobia mode, but there's not many games that have a general, I believe it's called entophobia, or I think it's entophobia, maybe if it's for insects. Come on, that's exactly the thing, little boy, that I need. Can I not reach it? Come on, gimme warm. I think it's the one that I need. Yeah, I think so. Either way, there don't seem to be many games that have an insect phobia mode. I think House Flipper, which I have considered actually playing on stream because it's kind of a fun game. I think it's kind of a fun game. You'd be surprised probably if you've never played it. Oh, huh. Has that always been there? Have I just never? Because I did build this stuff over there. I just missed that completely. I mean, maybe. Damn. Anyway, I know that House Flipper does actually have a mode where I believe there's cockroaches normally, and it replaces those with glass shards, which I do appreciate. That is very nice. But I think there's not many games. I don't think there's many games that have a general insectophobia mode to them. Which is understandable because everyone is, well, not everyone, but a lot of people are a bit uncomfortable with spiders. I think much more than with insects. So people are like, okay, yeah, you know, people who just don't want to deal with that today, and people who have a lot of trouble with that, you know, they can benefit from it. And I think in general, there's probably more people with arachnophobia than that are scared of insects. So I can see that they would have an arachnophobia mode much more often than that they would have a general insectophobia thing, mode. But you know, if there's any aspiring devs that are for whatever reason watching me right now that are like, man, what can I add to my game to make it slightly more accessible? An insectophobia mode would be very nice. Oh, you can sell these. Aha. I guess as soon as I get a little thing to make them, that would be not a bad idea. Like a mining thing that makes specifically those things. Which probably makes the fusion cells not very necessary anymore for selling, for trading, because obsidian and 2 osmium together is probably worth more than 10 Terra tokens. So if you do the mathematics on it, is it down here? Yeah. Then you put it in there, and ominous red light. Not 100% sure what it does again. Oh, you can't take it out again if you... yeah, I'm not sure what that does. Might be a thing of like, if you put a fusion reactor in every single ship, you get stuff. Oh, actually, hold on. I think that's opened this up. Because I was gonna say, I heard something hydraulic sounding. Oh yeah, I would have found this before if it was open. Okay, so maybe those things are kind of worth it. Maybe those can be nice. Can you get money for chips? Ooh, cool. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Volnus. Production multiplier. That's yeah. Oh, Terra tokens. I can just take those up, pick those up. What's that? Why is there a... Huh. That's interesting. It's just a... Oh, I want to try this one out. I like the green. I like the green. Why can I not equip it? Left mouse button. Oh, do I need to unequip the other one first? Ooh, I do like those colors. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that one. Well, how do I stop emoting? Okay, there's some really nice stuff in there. Mainly the bunch of money and 2 production multipliers. Actually, one of those might have been in another storage thing. Can you... Can't deconstruct this. Alright. But that's very nice to know that those fuses do actually do a thing. I don't think it does anything with that. It's probably always just gonna open up one different way. Or not. Alright, actually, I have some extra stuff to explore in this place. That's cool. I like that. Hold on. Oh, wait, yeah, no, this was the way out. Oh, I don't have any drinkables on me. But yeah, okay, that's different. I thought it was just gonna be... Oh, that thing is still underneath there, and I still can't get it. I thought that was gonna be just a thing of like, oh yeah, you have. Thought it was just gonna be a thing of you can get a bit of extra lore. But I suppose that I misremembered, because that's actually quite nice. So I may do more of those then. Especially since I just got extra pulsar quartz. I got as much back as I actually put into it, which is nice. That's lovely. That's bloody lovely. Alright. New fusion cell. That's not gonna... Is it gonna reach over there? That might actually reach over there. No, oh, it has more effective machines than the capacity? So is it not actually working well? I wonder. Either way... Oh, I've thrown the thing away from my... Oh, that one. Going in the machination machine. The machination machine. And fertilizer, right? Yeah. Jungle banjo. That's beautiful. Oh, and some of the chips. Gonna put the chips away in here. Gonna put the iron in here. Gonna put, oh, these flowers. I do really want the... Hold on, can I get that yet? It'd be cool if I could get that now. The upgraded storage. No, I'm still a bit of a way off. Because that's 5,000, right? Yeah, the tier 2 locker, yeah. I am probably going to try to get all of the blueprints here, because I'm guessing that when you get them, it's going to remove them from the list, but I don't remember. Either way, that would be nice. Zeolite, I can... Actually, I need some zeolite for the silk thing. So I'm gonna keep one in my inventory and compute the mutagen away. Oh, actually, I'll just put the fertilizer there. And I've got some new stuff that I can sell because I don't necessarily need myself. So that's pretty cool. There you go. Champ. Huh. Those are also expensive. Honestly, hold on. Speed up generation times for machines that generate items. I wonder if that also includes crafters, because that was what I had in my mind, because those, I feel like those are really, they produce things. But now I'm starting to think it might be like farms and beehives. And maybe also miners. So I'm thinking, okay, those are probably useful to keep. Then I am really quickly going to have a sneaky little bathroom break, so be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just noticed some dust clouds below my desk when I came back. May need to clean that up sometime. Even though I think I took off some of those little Velcro straps for when you need to roll them up, because I don't roll them up very much. So I thought, I thought that would be a good idea to take those off, because then you usually don't get as much dust collecting on those things. But apparently it still does. Hold on. Let's see if this little boy is not still seems out of reach. I've got the one silkworm now. Yeah, I don't like seeing him. I know it's mean. It's I don't like my brain for it either, because the insects are pretty common sort of things in our world. Why didn't I not grab this one? I think it thinks that's geometry. I think that's geometry in the hitbox, but it's not visually geometry. But yeah, I do get that it's... I know that there's, for most bugs, there's not much to be scared of. Like, there's the statistic of that people always quote of something like every month you eat an average of 8 spiders in your sleep or something. And I mean, I know that it's not easy to just sort of debunk that yourself. Of course, there is an interesting type of thing about the question, why would they see a moist opening that they know belongs to a living creature that they might be aware can close, and then go like, oh yeah, this seems like a great place for me to just jump in right now. From what I understand, the statistic of you eat spiders is not not actually accurate. I'm not sure why that is a statistic. And I could be wrong. I believe I have heard multiple people debunk this. So you don't have to be scared that you are full of spiders. But I'm not 100% sure why people would spread that idea. But yeah, spiders do have a sense of self-preservation. That's evolution doing its work. Or if you believe in intelligent design, it would still make sense that spiders have a sense of self-preservation. Unless you think that it was the divine mission to make sure that people ingested as many insects as possible. Do the red lights indicate where there is something new open? Or is that just like, oh yeah, the lighting of the ship is on now? I think that it's just that. Either way, you don't have to be scared of eating spiders in your sleep. That is apparently not really a thing that happens much. And especially for someone like me who's extra scared of specifically ingesting insects, I am very happy to know that that's actually not an issue at all. Research that. Can I? No, I can't sell those. I would really like to sell those, even if it's just for like 2 Terra tokens. That would be very nice. Because I would have a way to get rid of them without feeling like I'm wasting stuff. But I have a feeling that's probably not balanced. Put that in there because I don't think I need it anymore now. Because I'm probably not going to need more than one silkworm brewery, whatever you want to call it. So Pastera seeds are overflowing now as well, like that. Alright. I need an oxygen bottle, which... No, there's a chance for them to generate in there. But evidently not right now. I get distracted by how cool my gloves are for a second. I do think they look really cool. I like that I found that. Do I have... Yeah, I have enough... I think it takes 2 bowl to get 1 oxygen flask. So, gonna take that. Does a silk machine... I guess at least it works inside. Okay, that's just spools of silk, it looks like. I don't have to be phobia over that. I think. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. I'll just assume that they are a very nice thing that will not make my brain upset. Even though it's just the fault of my brain. But, you know, there appear to be many things that are thanks to and many things that are the fault of my brain. It's still a bit... Ooh, yeah, I can go with a fusion cell and find a place that is... Ooh, I think new stuff is grown here, which is very nice. Yeah, the beans. I think that does grow significantly more It's the meteors are very, very loud right now, aren't they? Oh, drone station actually. Oh, hold on. I will remove that one from the thing. Because the drones are actually really awesome. They are one of my favorite things to do. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, I'll use this fusion cell for the drone thing. Also, the meteors are being very loud right now. I don't know if it's even possible to hear me properly. Anyway, as I was saying, I just got the drone station, and I really like the drone station, so I'm actually gonna get that before I get the... Hold on. Do Osmium rods have a... They do have a trade fail. That's cool. Anyway, I am gonna make a drone station, and I did just realize that hold on. No, I think, yeah, because it's just the arrow. I think that's the arrow where I want to stand. Okay, so yeah, because they use a fusion cell, so I was like, I think I'm gonna use a fusion cell on this, and then I'll make another one later if I need it. So, one more drone station, drones, open inventories. Yeah, I think. How much? I'll just get a drone and start working on this thing. Start working on some systems. Luckily, I have various rocket engines that I'm not currently using, and I have a collection of chips that I can use to make nice little drones. Hold on. Okay, that went to the inventory. Yeah, I think this is the button that they've added now. I'm not sure it's the most convenient system. I forget exactly some of the qualms that I have with it, but I believe it is still pretty nice. So, for example, I can say supply, I believe this is everything. Yeah. So this can supply anything. It's an output that says whatever stuff is in here, anything any drone can take. And then this is a demander. I believe that means that, oh yeah, look at that drone. Let's bring an iron in. And look at the inventory. Yeah, there's iron being added. I don't know why it still has the little... Huh. And then I'm gonna say this one can get magnesium. See, that's gonna make a few things very much nicer. For now, this only having this is not that much of a change. It's not a life-changing thing. My brain has really been using the phrase life-changing today. I don't know why, but I suppose it is. You know. I suppose it does kind of work. Either way. Microplastics. Toxic spores. Huh. Where is super alloy? And also gonna do super alloy rod. Then this one demands no. Demands zeolite. This one obsidian. Why is that called Sid the Second? I mean, I must have had my reasons for it, I guess. This demands uranium rod and uranium. I might be able to do it in one thing if I do it like that, where I press control while holding some of the things. So right now, the nice thing about this, instead of just having like a thing that receives everything from that thing, is that because I have different storages, this storage is going to try and fill itself up with iron. This one's going to try and fill itself up with magnesium. So it's slightly more divided, and it's less likely, or it takes longer for there to be one thing that is not being filled up at all. So it's, well, practically it's nice, is the short way of saying it. The long way of saying it is what I said before that, I suppose, actually. This is going to demand high quality food, because that's where I would like my high quality food to travel to. And this is going to supply whatever it's got. Can I do that for this thing, actually? No, I can't. Alright. Too bad, but it makes sense. Can you imagine, though? Ooh. Should I do it? Because the thing is, if you have one of these types of things, if you have a storage with multiple items in it, it can be difficult, because if it tries to fill it up completely with one thing and then you want to add other things to it, you're gonna have to fight it. That's not always the most comfortable. So it's nicer to be able to have one storage per item, but sometimes you just don't feel like it or something, so you have one storage for multiple items together. There's definitely the storages that just tend to take up a lot of space. But the nice thing right now about how I'm putting this whole system together, is that mainly because of the drones, storages are less often actually going to be empty, so I don't have to go and get everything that I need every time that a storage is empty, because it's going to try and find it everywhere in my whole system. And as soon as I set up miners and other things that can get these types of resources, that's going to just, it's going to automatically do all this stuff. Do I need to fight? Yeah, I need to find cover. It's going to be loud again. Is there a sound option just for the meteorites? I'm not sure. But I do prefer to have... Ooh, I'm also going to actually supply from this one, so that the drone is going to come over and say that goes in the super alley pile. As soon as it has time, at least. I'm guessing it's also still got some work on this little thing here. Eventually, it's a very cool mission to try and automate every single resource. I may try to do that. I may every now and again come back to this and just have some relaxed episodes of just farming more and more resources, even after I have completed the missions and stuff, like the game's natural duration and stuff. Display box. That is funny as like a thing, but not necessarily going to be groundbreaking. No animals yet. That does seem nice, but that's still a while away. I think butterfly farm is probably the next thing that I'm hoping to get, because that seems like it's going to help me boost my levels of, well, of insects a bit. The exoskeleton, because the drone station was 45 Ti GTI, Giga Ti. I believe the fusion cell was like 40, osmium was 36, tree spreader was 32. So it's at a decent pace, but it's not necessarily going to reach that super soon. Is it working on that? Is the drone doing its... I mean, I'm guessing the drone is doing its stuff. I'm just curious what it's doing exactly. Commanded inventories, supply inventories. That's funny that it has all the cosmic quartz. Oh, it's because I have everything in the supply there that it's just saying like, oh yeah, I'm supplying this, but you know, they don't actually does it not show? I don't think it shows any of the missions that any of the drones are currently on. So we're very well maybe getting osmium, which means that it will be going off into the cave every time. Oh, did I just see it? Yeah, I think it's getting osmium right now. And that was... I'm not 100% sure. Also, for those who are slightly uncertain about the terminology on my magnesium thing, Ming just means smell bad. That's... if you're more concerned about that term, which it's not supposed to be that, but Ming is a mean word to say smell bad, but it's not the level where I would be anxious to put it on that. So if you're thinking of another thing, you are thinking of a slightly different word that is also British slang, like UK slang, English slang, and whatever. It's also like UK slang, so I can see how people would confuse them with each other, and I did for a while. But just to put your mind at ease, no, it is not an offensive. Well, it's a slightly. If you would say that word, like if you would say that someone mings, that's mean. But the word Ming isn't going to get me cancelled. It's Pride Month. I'm not allowed to be mean to people. I mean, it's always Pride Month in my heart. I like the idea of getting my ore extractor a bit soon, but it's probably still going to take a while. So I'm considering maybe because I currently have 4 of these rockets. Pressure is going not super fast. Nano PAs. That's, I believe that's nano micro milli. So that would be 0.001. No, not per second. 0.001. No, 0.000001 pascals per second. So pressure is currently going very, very slowly. And I wanted to get to like 17. So I think I'm gonna have to make some more pressure stuff happen. I can see how expensive a magnetic field projection rocket is. But I'm gonna guess that just sending loads of those... I'd need 4 of them to pretty much double what I have now, which still wouldn't be that fast. Magnetic field projection... Pressure multiplier... I guess I can do a few of them. Also, by the way, the drones aren't working super fast. They're taking their time. I don't think there is a per drone, but that's because there is only one drone currently. There might actually be a per drone thing. But I'm not sure that there is. There might actually not be. Either way, I am eventually going to add more drones because the amount of drones, each drone can kind of be working on one task, and if I can have this whole thing filled up with 25 drones, then that's going to be much faster than the stuff that's currently going on. So that should be very nice. I was working on getting one of them rockets. This thing is making super alloy. 5. I'll do 4 rockets. Actually, I've got easily 4 rocket engines. I don't know if I have that much silicon. I may need to get more silicon myself. So I have 3. I would need 12. Oh, I am indeed hydration level low. Thank you, game. Without that warning, I'm not sure that I'd have realized in time. I am gonna check if this osmium mining station has any silly in it. Yeah, all right, cool. So that's 6. That's half of what I need. I don't know if there's much silicon left in here, because I believe, I don't know if the resources on the surface really restock. I think once, like 5 years ago, when ChatGPT was coming up, I asked it, and it gave a not entirely coherent story. So I'm not sure. I believe it said something like I believe a part of what it said was like it doesn't get really restocked, but there is sometimes extra silicon just after a meteor storm that has silicon has come, but you know, it's AI, so I'm not sure if it's actually correct. It very well may have been completely wrong on that. And either way, it is true that having these mining machines is usually the nicest sort of thing. If you have the tier 3 you can actually filter the specific thing. You can filter the specific thing that you want them to do. I'm pretty sure this is the correct type of rocket, right? I'm starting to doubt myself now because I'm very good at both doubting myself and doing things not entirely correctly. That was correct, don't worry, that's fine. Look at that big planet. I don't always take enough time to stand still at how pretty some games are. Though the flat clouds are slightly goofy. Alright, and now there's going to be a meteor storm. This is iridium, right? So I don't necessarily need to check all of those to get enough out of this, because you get a lot of iridium, and there's also a specific spot where I can get extra iridium. So I don't necessarily need to find all of the iridium from these. And even if I would need more iridium, I think I could get some more from some of the excess rocket engines that I have lying around, which would be the main thing that I would need for these rockets. Launch. Ooh, actually, can I... Ooh, am I... Yeah, I'm still in time to make a double one. Look at that. They're friends. And they were roommates. They're hugging. They're cute. I like them. Alright. So that... I think that has doubled my generation when it comes to pressure. I think it was 135 before, so 270 would be double that. Approximately. Well, that specifically would be perfectly double, but I believe there would be a slight difference because you start with not 4,000%, but 4,100%, and you end with 8,100%. So that 100 doesn't actually double, but the rest of it does. My keyboard is slightly squeaky. Alright. That helps a little, I guess, for pressure. But I'm still not sure it does super much. So I'm probably... What was it before? Like 2.18, 2.17. How many? I'm just gonna check to make sure. I have plenty of iridium left, yeah. Oh. They're one of the asteroids? Oh. Oh, wow. They practically went in that thing. Huh. Also, why am I able to stand there? That's very odd. Like, I thought that was like a slight bit of space that was extra so that you could kind of wiggy way around it, but no, that was like genuinely some extra space. Iridium. Does it kind of cue the meteor storms with these things? It's just like, okay, we've had the first meteor storm, now the second. But that's kind of funny if that is how it works. I was really hoping that it would be like one big extra intense meteor storm, but I'm not sure we're getting that. That would have been so good for content. Wow. Was it there that it came down? Or is it despawn? No, okay, there, yeah. Come on. Let me abduct you, Iridium. There we go. Awesome. Oh, it's actually, hold on. It's gone from 0.19, pressure has gone from 0.19 to 0.23, which is not super fast, because it's been a few minutes, but that's faster than I thought it was going. Alright. Okay. I think probably the next thing I'm going to get is the butterfly farm. Well, the next... well, I think the next thing in general. But at least the next significant thing. So that's nice. Yeah, it's still meteor storming. Also, I'm gonna just unpin. It would be nice if you could unpin recipes from your inventory, regardless of where those recipes come from. Because right now I needed to kind of rush to my... How much do I... Alright. I had to kind of rush to the rocket station where you have to make the rockets to actually be able to get to that pin out of my list, which is slightly inconvenient. So it would be cool if they would make a thing for that where you can change that up just a little, where you can do it from your inventory regardless of what crafting station you actually use for it. Oh wow, that's been very quickly refilled. Is there more? Because I'm guessing with this garden growing, regardless growing significantly faster, I'm guessing that that food is coming in just by the bucket loads, really. I'm curious, because that's 20 minus 1 food, so that's 19 foods. They cost 20, I think. Like, you could sell them for 20. Yeah, you can sell them for 20 times 19 is 38 is 380. So that's not horrible. Considering that they're kind of automatically made right now, that's not bad. But, of course, it's never quite as good as I wanted. Because it gives me money. I think I'm going to sell a few more. Well, actually, right now I can't actually do that. But sometime soon. I'm going to sell some more uranium rods. Because, I mean, I feel like it might be a good thing to just say, like, oh yeah, if there's... if my storage has, like, too much space or something, then... you know... then I can sell the items from it that overflow. But else, I don't know. Else that might not be as interesting. Oxygen multiplier. Do I have an oxygen multiplier working already? Because if I do... Oh, I have 2 already. Yeah, okay. Then I don't necessarily need this one. So I'm going to put that there because that's going to give me a fair smack-a-do of coins. I think that those are probably good to keep. Wait, I think you can also get something like, well, I mean, I can't see that right now because it's, but I think you can also get them. They're expensive, but I think you can also get them through the trading rockets, which would be nice. Right now, I'm not actually sure I need the machine optimizer because it's slightly annoying to get all the stuff together. And is it that useful? I don't know. Maybe it's useful enough to pay itself off, but I'm. I suppose Tier 2 can actually hold 3 fuses. You know what? I'm gonna at least try it out. I'm being adventurous, explorative. I am being the best version of me. Whoa! Yeah, I think the jetpack has speeded up from the upgrade that I've given it. So, does that? Oh, that may not actually affect the farm, which is probably the. Hold on. I can't really see from here if it affects the. I could maybe. No, actually, yeah, I have a sign on there, or like a screen, so I probably can't actually make that wall glass. Even though it would be nice. I'm just not sure that would be the best idea. I think if I keep playing this game as well, when when I finish the sort of story, I think that might also be. I think it might also be fun to play it. To try and make some cool bases. Because making fun bases in this and in Subnautica, that is always just fun. Did I get? Hold on, I got a weird amount of iron. Demand algae. Because algae are very. Those are usually things you need in numbers. But I do like stuff like building bases and everything and things like this. I do also like Minecraft. I stopped doing the create mod pack that I was doing a while ago. I think I was getting slightly tired of it, maybe partially because I was making thumbnails for that. And I do like making thumbnails. It's just that, I don't know, I'm very bad with sort of demand. So if I have enough stuff that I need to do, then I kind of lock up. And for example, for that case, I would need to make a thumbnail to upload one episode, which would mean that, you know, I would just, to get one episode done, like uploaded, I would need to, hold on, actually, I might not be able to automate that, but to get one episode done, that would mean that I would need to get a thumbnail, or like I mean, what I mean is, to upload one episode, I would actually need to make a thumbnail for that episode, which is not just slightly inconvenient. And then because my brain isn't good with that stuff, it's a bit of a hassle. So usually I would end up well, I think that's like what would happen and what would go wrong, that I would just end up putting it off because I didn't have a thumbnail yet, and I wasn't really, you know, I've never been good at making a lot of thumbnails. I just really take my time for it. Wait, so I was kind of like, I need to make more thumbnails, and that was putting more pressure on me. And so I may be completely fine if I play something like that again, play some modded Minecraft stuff, and not worry about the thumbnails at all. Because I do really love create mod, especially with some of the stuff now where they have the they have like a few mods that try to make vehicles, like they make vehicles that you could actually kind of control and stuff with wheels and everything, because you had trains before, but now you can kind of have vehicles with wheels. And I think if you're slightly more intelligent than me, or maybe much more intelligent than me, you can do some really cool stuff with that. But I love to mess with it either way. The one issue that I always have is that I kind of get demotivated. Maybe I don't set the right goals for myself or something, so I usually just end up being like, yeah, but why am I doing all of this? And I think I need to get better at actually sort of finding my next goal, finding the next thing that I need to do. Maybe I just need to make to-do lists or something, make that happen. Who knows? So I very well may at some point play some Minecraft again. I don't remember how I got on the subject. I think I was talking about what other games I might play in the future. Yeah, but because of the base building, yeah. That's also one of my favorite things in Subnautica. I don't know if... because there's Subnautica Sub-Zero, which I've heard is a lot about the story. So I might not play that one. I've heard that from several angles. So I'm guessing it's decently true, at least. It's not necessarily... You know, like, I'm a person who doesn't necessarily care that much about the... who doesn't always care that much about the lore of the game. Like, yes, to a certain extent. And there's absolutely things that tickle my brain. Like Little Nightmares, that absolutely tickles the lore parts of my brain. So I really want to know what's going on in the universe of Little Nightmares. But... I don't know, Subnautica doesn't do that as much, so I'm kind of... I think it's because a lot of the lore in Little Nightmares, when you play the games or watch people play the games and stuff like that, it's like, oh yeah, there's all of these things that you don't know for sure. There's like this mysterious stuff going on, and that feels very mysterious, really. And in a lot of other games it's much more explicit. Maybe that's the difference that catches me or not. Maybe I don't know, there might be different things. But I don't know, from the amount of people that are playing Subnautica 2, I believe the demo is out right now. But so I'm not sure the full game is out yet. I do still need to see, because I do love, like, while I was playing Subnautica 1, I was already constantly thinking, like, I had that with Subnautica and with Slime Rancher, that I was like, I think it would be really awesome to play these games together with other people. But, well, they didn't have multiplayer modes. And now Subnautica does have a multiplayer mode, and I still need to actually secure someone who can play it with me. I would take, like, I would claim Ev, for example, but I think Ev is also not that brave when it comes to Subnautica, so I don't know. Like, we could play like with 3 people, but the thing that I would need to, I would need to find somebody who is a very brave Subnautica. So that's the mission. What was that? Yeah, or extract. For some reason, I just pinned it after I have completed all of the stuff, but that's fine. Now, I hope I'm going to be able to find back the place that I was before, where they had all of the quartzes. Because I'm guessing that if there's any place where you can mine up the quartz, I'm guessing that's going to be the place. So yeah, I'm going to try and find somebody, one of my friends who, well, I mean, it would be cool to be able to play it on stream, but either way, if it's on stream or just for ourselves for fun, somebody who likes playing Subnautica and who doesn't get too scared, and who preferably regularly has the time. So that might be very, very difficult. But I do really want to play Subnautica too. I don't want to play it together with somebody else. So I'm gonna try and reserve one of my friends, or maybe multiple. I don't know. Can you go? I'm guessing up to 4 people in the game. Actually, I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure it's multiplayer, right? I don't actually. I feel like I've heard people say that explicitly, but I'm not 100% sure now. Also, I did just realize that I found green quartz. So there's, hold on. So there is pink, pink, blue, yellow, green, and purple. Because I thought in the sorting system before I only saw 4 different colors, and now I don't remember which ones. That's that. Wait, hold on. It might be that there's like one that's extra special, so it's in a different section or something. I'm not sure. Also, now I do want to look up if Subnautica. I think it's multiplayer. Optionally play in online co-op multiplayer with up to 3. That's a funky number. But I feel like that is a decently good number. At least for my purposes, because you could make groups of, well, any amount of people. Because you could go, like, where nobody has to be alone, as long as you have at least 2 people. You could have any amount of groups of 2 people, and then, if needed, a group of 3 people. Where is the... Here is the pink stuff. Because I would prefer to put down the tier 3 ore extractor here. And specifically dig for... Oh wait, hold on. I need to use the map to make sure that I've got the right place, and I don't actually know... Oh, it doesn't show it here, so... It's probably not the right place here. I wonder if there even is a right place for quartz. Quartz may not actually be mineable. Oh wait, I think I remember something. I'm not going to spoil it yet. Something that was there when I last played this game. Yeah, that may still be the case. The good news is that I have the resources for a tier 2 extraction, a tier 2 ore extractor, for wherever else I might need it. Yay! Anyway, to actually finalize my previous, hold on, I might, to finalize my previous story, I'm probably gonna try to see, at least if I can find some people who are, who want to play. Ooh, this is the type that I needed. Magneto quartz. But I'm gonna see if I can find anybody who isn't too scared of Subnautica stuff to play it in the moments where everybody else would be scared. The formal group of 2 or 3 people, or maybe, who knows, maybe a playthrough with maybe we could play with only scared people and then figure out whether or not it could be played on stream, because I'm not going to guarantee that that's going to happen, because I don't know it yet. My playing enjoyment, as much as I do enjoy streaming, my playing enjoyment is still more important than streaming a game. Even if it's a big game, I can just find another game to stream. There's plenty of fun games to stream. I'm not going to ruin, if necessary, my experience with Subnautica just so that I can put more content out onto the internet. Because I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever actually finished Subnautica 1. I still need to do that. And I've thought of maybe doing that on stream if I can find somebody who's not that scared of it, where they actually play the game and I'm like, it's kind of like how Ocean and I used to play games. Whenever one of us would be too scared to actually play the game, or not too scared, but I mean like whenever one of us already knew the game, usually that the other one would be the one actually playing it, with like Steam Remote Play together type of stuff. That one of us would be the person actually playing it. I guess similar to how the Game Grumps do it as well, if you aren't familiar with how Ocean and I did it. You know, there's one person playing the game and the other person is, you know, just also there, just chatting, just having fun together. Something like that. But then, you know, then do it with Subnautica. That could be a fun thing. I would like to do that on stream, because Subnautica is just a classic, and I mean, like many people along with me, I wish that I could see Subnautica for the first time again, because it's such, like, at least for the time, which it sounds weird because it's not that old of a game, but for the time, if I could see it back again, that would be really cool. Just forget how it looked the first time I opened it, because it just looked so really cool, and I would have loved. Again, I would love to see that again. To see that again for the first time. Genetic trait access card. Dear Lord. I just want. Maybe not food, but Oh, beans. Actually, no, it doesn't automatically show you everything with value necessarily. Yeah, there's the trade value says when it's there. Oh, Baltic Quartz has a decent sell value. Either way, I may at some point see if I can organize that type of a thing with somebody where we play, well, kind of like where we play Subnautica together, but they're the one at the keys and they don't get scared in the moments that I definitely would. So, you know, if there's a scary situation, then you know, they have the ability to still carry through. Like it's funny when I get scared. At least that seems to be the case, judging by how Dutch always makes me scared every time. But you know, it is also often fun if you can actually play the game. So I don't know if it would be interesting to play Subnautica and not be able to get past certain points because I'm too scared of stuff. That being said, I don't know. I may also try streaming it once by myself and see if anybody, see if there's any major points that I can't get through. Because the thing is, I do also really like Subnautica, but it's not necessarily the style of survival that I would personally prefer to play. It's not necessarily, you know, this is a bit more because it's, even if you're not doing anything, you kind of get progress, and as soon as you have a few things set up, you can very easily just make systems that keep you sustained. And it's not horror, which I do like horror to a certain extent. There's definitely the types of horror that I'm that I like more and less. So I do like horror sometimes, and but it's like, you know, when there's too much horror, I don't like it. That's what I mean to say. And also, I do like the automation that you have in this game, because you can actually automate some stuff. You can say like, oh yeah, I have honey growing and beans growing, so I'll make a crafter that can. Oh, it's really faster now. The jetpack. I'll make an autocrafter that can craft that into food, and then I can use drones to bring it from one place to another. Those types of things I do like. And I don't know if there's any mods for any of the Subnautica games. If there are, that would be really, really cool. But I'm not sure I've ever seen those before. So yeah, I may need to check that out sometime actually. But yeah, I don't know if I will ever actually play Subnautica by myself, and I hope that I'll find a way to do it anyway, whether that is with somebody else or whatever. I hope I'll find a way to kind of do it so that I can actually play the game, hopefully on stream. I am also noticing that I think I'm starting to run out of things to do with my brain. Like, I haven't consciously acknowledged, or I hadn't consciously, I suppose now I am consciously acknowledging it, but I hadn't really consciously acknowledged my running out of things to do yet. But just now I realized, like, hold on, my brain is starting to get a bit slow, and I'm starting to run around without much cause. So I'm going to get this upgrade. After that, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream there. I did do hold on, I think a 3-hour stream by this point. So that is pretty nice. I do appreciate that. I think I had the drone there, but that's fine if I remove that from my fingers, because I know where to get the recipe back. But yeah, I had a nice stream. What was the nice thing that happened? I remember that there was something nice that happened. Oh yeah, drones, of course. Wow. I do really like the drones. I'm happy that I found those. And I'm definitely going to be using those a lot in the very nearby future. And I hope that that's I hope that I'm going to be able to do some good stuff with those. Well, sometimes it stops drive. I think it might not have enough power sometimes to drive up, which is odd because it feels like it's done much worse slopes than that one. Must be my fabric. I may actually need more fabric, but luckily I have more fabric. Look at that. I actually need to do that here. So I'm gonna take all of this fabric. I need an osmium, and then I think that would constitute all of the lower level upgrades. Then I just need to kind of merge them together. So we're gonna unpin those two, and then do I have enough fabric left? Oh wow. Oh, because I already had the one, so I picked up like 5, and I was like, that's not enough, but it is enough because I already had the upgrade. Look at just, I do like that they just stack chests on top of each other. That's, it has a certain charm to it, but that's a very nice and big amount of container space. I like that. So yeah, for the next time I'm gonna get the butterfly farm, but that's still gonna take just a bit. I'm probably, I mean, I guess if I'm going to dabble with butterfly farms and things, I'll probably get the T5 heater. I might actually need to check if I can get some better tree seed for the spreaders. And I wouldn't be surprised if next time I get this exoskeleton, maybe the aquarium, which could be quite cool. And then, oh, is that a recipe for it? Huh. And then a circuit board, and whatever the mysterious thing to the right is. I'm gonna look. I'm doing it. I'm doing a hang over the cliff. I'm cliffing a hang. I'm handing a cliff. So that next time you're gonna be like, oh man, that's really cool that the cliff was hung. So not in. But you're gonna be like, wow, that's really cool, because now I'm really interested to see what that thing's gonna be. Or you can buy the game for yourself and play it. It is I do really enjoy the game, which is coming from somebody with a bit less attention span, as you might have noticed in the last 10 minutes. So for now, hold on. Actually, I was going to say, I don't have a great place now because I removed the windows, but I removed the windows to have this great place. Look at that view. Beautiful planet. I like the planet at least. So for now, I'm going to say that's been the thing. For the YouTube, check out the Twitch. For the Twitch, check out the YouTube. I think I usually say that the other way around. Either way, regardless. For the Twitch, check out the YouTube. For the YouTube, check out the Twitch. Both of you, check out the funny buttons, the absolutely hilarious of buttons. And I'm going to end it off there. So hope to see you next time. And bye bye.